Hello Peopleonians, and welcome to today's video, which was supposed to be up yesterday, but I will get into the many issues and random things that kind of delayed it a bit. Today, I am going to be drawing an illustration of Koroks to celebrate finding all 900 Koroks in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It was a very time-consuming and tedious task, but I have accomplished it. And I feel very accomplished. I also 100%ed the game as well. So I'll just look at it. Look at it. Nice. So I've never 100%ed a video game before. And I'm kind of proud of myself, you know? So in this first bit, I'm just like doing quick little sketches to kind of get a feel of the Koroks, kind of get an idea of their different designs. There's one I forgot. And then I have like a little thumbnail, and then I get onto the sketching phase. I sketched a little bit rougher this time around. I'm usually very clean with my sketches, like a lot of the time it's just like it's already basically a finished drawing, but this time I just kind of like roughed to a few more shapes. Now to like the troubling story of getting this video out, why it's late. Well, first it started off with lots of bad weather. It was cold and cloudy and rainy, so it was like, I don't know how that's gonna affect the lighting, so I was like, it'll probably clear up in a couple of days. It did not clear up in a couple of days, it just persisted, so I was like, okay, I'll use all my lights, see if it'll be good, and it looks good. And then another thing I wanted to do was testing and seeing if I could use one of my webcams instead of my phone, because I just don't want to take up so much storage on my phone at a time, since I always keep my videos on there until the video is like edited and uploaded and published. Like I keep all that stuff on my phone until that is a thing, and then I can be like, okay, now I can just clear it off. But the webcam things, both of the webcams, I had my own and I used it, it was blurry. Then my mom was like, oh hey, here's one I'm not using. That one was also blurry. And also, the program OBS, I had to find an older version of OBS to use on my computer, which wasn't actually that difficult to find, it was just annoying and also pointing out, man, my computer is getting old. Stuff is starting to not be compatible with it more and more. And also, like, the artwork actually took a lot more time than I anticipated it to take. Like, the whole process, I think, was like almost 2 hours. I know that doesn't seem very long, but that's long for me. And initially when I was drawing and sketching this, I just was not feeling it for some reason. Like, a part of me was just like, I'm dying while drawing this. And I wasn't 100% sure why. It was just that way. Though, once I got into more of the watercoloring and colored pencil process, I started getting really into it and really enjoying it. I guess I should also mention all my materials now that we're here at the watercoloring stuff. So I have my Winsor & Newton Cotman watercolors, a mixture of Daler Rowney Simply watercolors, and then I think I used a couple of my fluorescent watercolors here as well. I just have these random pans that I just squeezed in little 2 bits of watercolor stuff, or colors I've mixed. I think there's one that's like from an old Crayola watercolor thing in there as well. So just a chaos of watercolor. A chaos collection of watercolor. And then of course for the inking process I used the Zig Memory Systems Writer pens. Man, I love those things. I'll use that on everything. Oh, and the paper I'm using is this lovely B paper watercolor paper. I swear, I have had a good experience every single time using B paper. Like, practically every product I've tried from them, I'll be like, this is amazing, I want to get more, and then like it's never in stock, and I'm like, dang it! But this is what I found, like, of this massive stack of them at Walmart. I was like, yes. It's amazing. It reminds me a lot of like the Strathmore Visual Journal mixed media paper, which is also very good. Like, it's nicer than the Canson mixed media paper, I will say that. Still buckles under a lot of watercolor, but it's mixed media. It's not 100% meant to have a lot of watercolor slapped onto it. Here's a random reminder to hydrate yourself. I'm going to talk about how I filmed this time, since I had issues with my 10-minute challenge last week where I forgot to keep everything in frame because I couldn't set up my phone high enough. This time I have my tripod arm and I precariously balanced my phone on top of it, and it seemed to have worked actually very well. Yeah, another apologies for the 10-minute challenge. I will definitely redo that challenge another time where you can see everything in frame at once. Revolutionary. Also, if you have not played Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, this is your sign to play it, as it is an amazing game. It is lots of fun. You will sink several hours into it. I have sank almost 300 into it. Even if you don't have a lot of experience playing video games, it's a good introductory game. Or if you're very experienced at playing video games, it's also still good because, you know, the game offers so many flexibilities in how you can play it. Like, no two Breath of the Wild players play the game the same way. And now, we move on to my favorite part of this entire illustration, which is all the colored pencil shading and details. Kind of like brings everything to life. This is also where I started like kind of getting attached to all the little Koroks that I drew here. My favorite is like the 5-point one with his arms stretched out in like a T-pose and his face is just like, come and get me. I dare you. They all have like their little personalities, and so I started getting attached to them. You might also notice that the ink lines look a little bit thicker. I did kind of like enhance and clean up a lot of the ink lines off camera, because it's like, no, I gotta be in there in detail. It's gonna be kind of time consuming to just really make everything look clean. And I wanted to get it done before the colored pencils, but after the watercolor, so I did that. Yeah, one of my favorite parts in the games is when, if you get like a certain amount of Korok seeds, which the Koroks will give you when you find them, you can go to this big Korok in the center named Hesu, and when you give it to him, he'll expand your inventory and stuff. But he'll do like a little dance with his maracas, and it's so cute. I never skip it. Whenever I upgraded my inventory, I was like, watched his little dance, and was like, yes! I even showed my mom the dance, and I showed my sister the little dance, because I was like, this is amazing. I must share with the world. And, well, I guess my family. But the world. Okay, we're getting close to the end here. I'm planning for next week to probably do something a little bit simpler, but I also have a bonus video for Valentine's Day planned as well. So look forward to that. Bonus videos. That's all I have to say for now, so I'm going to stop talking now and come back later in the video to sign off. Alright, here's the finished illustration. Also, since I mentioned the Korok that was my favorite, which one of the Koroks in this illustration is your favorite? Tell me in the comments down below. And also, if you did make it all the way over here, comment Yahaha if you enjoyed this video. Give it a like. If you would like to see more videos from me, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye!